What's up, guys? Today I've got an unpackaging and installation of the Freesoo Nappa leather seat covers for a 2021 Tesla Model Y. Let's jump into it. All right, so it comes in a nice big package. It is quite thick. It's quite plushy. Came in a box, but I took it out of the box so you can just see it here. Spin it around. It's got zippers on it, so you can unzip the package and get right to the contents. Now we should have a seat cover for both front seats, the top and the base, as well as the armrest in the front and the top and the base for the rear bench seat. Looks like we've got an installation guide with pictures and directions on how to do this, and a bag of contents with some gloves, a plastic pry tool, and it looks like a soft tipped tool to push the pieces in, as well as some clamps. And then in here we've got all of the leather pieces, the seat covers, stacked nice and neat. Looks like everything is in here. Now you can tell which seat cover is for which seat based off of where the airbag tag is. So you know, since this is just a top seat cover by itself and the airbag cover is on the right, it's going to be for the passenger seat. And then there's the one for the driver's seat is going to have the airbag tag on the left side. The two bases are identical, so they aren't going to matter which one goes on which side. The only ones you need to pay attention to are the driver and passenger top pieces. Let's get right into the install. All right, we're going to start with the front passenger seat. So we want to grab the top part that has the airbag tag on the right side of it so that it matches with the airbag that's on the passenger seat. That's all one piece, and you've got flaps at the bottom that are going to go into the crevices down there. I'll show you that in a second. But just throw the top piece over the headrest. And you kind of pull it down. Get it on there kind of tight. Work the rest of it down and around. We've got this back piece back here on the left, the top left, and the top right. Kind of get it sitting around the factory cushion first. Make sure the headrest is on there nice and down so that there isn't a big air pocket at the top. Just pull it down, work it down. Now, if yours is really tight fitting, you could get a heat gun and kind of blow some heat on it so that it softens up a little bit. Mine seems to be fitting pretty good. So once it's on there, then you're going to take the flaps, these two side flaps and the center flap, and you're just going to shove it into the crevice that's between the top of the seat and the base of the seat. There's a hole that goes all the way to the back. You can stick your hand in there and you can feel the cover that's in the back. So after this is pulled down nice and tight, you're just going to shove this in there. Just work it in. Get it in as far as you can. You can feel the curvature of the seat in there. Now, once you got that piece situated, you can grab the base part, and it's got straps that wrap around the seat. So it's gonna sit on there like this. You're gonna do the same thing with this flap. You're gonna shove it in the back, and then these are gonna clip with this, and it's gonna grab the seat. So same thing with this one. Get the front piece, get the front part of it situated on there, wrapped around, in place. And then once you get it kind of just sitting in there, start working this back piece, shoving it in to that same crevice. Once you feel that everything is kind of wrapped around the back part, it's looking fairly good. You're going to go under the under seat bars. See this metal bar right here, and it goes all the way across. I just wrapped the strap under the bar and under the bar here so that it's holding onto the whole thing, and then shove everything to the back of the seat, that whole strap to the back of the seat. And then when you're done with that, you can tuck this under this plastic piece. So it might be tough to do this one-handed. You can use the orange trim tool that came with it, but as you can see, I'm doing it fairly easily just with my fingers. It's not too tough. It just fits in and under like that. Now don't pull on this really hard because you might snap it off, but it's got enough room for your fingers to fit in there. You can see mine fit. Just tuck it in, make sure it's all nice and tight. There isn't anything on this other side, so that one can just sit on top of the seat and it'll pull tight when we pull those straps. This is all nice and tucked in. This side's nice and tucked in right there. And it tucks into the plastic all the way around where those trim pieces are. You can feel it, and the same thing on the side right here. Even though you can't see it, I just tuck it in so that it's in there, and it looks good. And we'll go to the back and see that part. Now I'm going to scoot the seat forward so that we have more room back there. I'll tuck the sides in here. All right, let's go to the back. Now you can do the same with this. Tuck it into the plastic piece that's on there. Just kind of get it started, and then you can do it. All the way around, kind of just working in there. A little bit slowly on each side. Go all the way around. Tucking it in as you get around the edges. I'm going to move the seat back so that I can tuck in the side on the center console. There we go. Now can see this left side of the seat. So you just tuck it in, work it all the way down to the front bottom part. Tucked in all the way around. And then down here under the seat, these are from the bottom part, from the base that came from the front. Now the trick part is this piece that pulls down from under the seat. You just go under the seat. See, under the seat. And then you're going to look for that piece right there. It's for this elastic strap that's connected to the dust cover. And you can see it swivels on that bar. And all you got to do is grab it. And it just comes off because it's just got that on there that's just snapped onto the bar. So you just push it off the bar and then let it go. And then there's one on the other side. Not too far, right there. And you just push it off the bar. It just comes off. It's just a little, just wraps halfway around the bar. And then you can get under to all of those straps. You should have the two straps coming from the front that wrap around the base part of the seat. You should have the two clamps that meet with these two clips. And then you should have 3 loops on the left and 3 loops on the right. 2 thick ones and a thin one. 2 thick ones and a thin one. Okay, putting these straps on. I only got 6 of these big hooks with my kit. So because there's 3 loops on the left side and 3 loops on the right side of the front seat, and then 3 loops on the left side and the right side of the driver's seat, that leaves, if I use one hook for each set of 3, I'll use 4 hooks for the front 2 seats, and then the remaining 2 hooks for the rear bench seat. So what we're going to do is, if you hold it so that the hook is facing down towards the floor of the car, I'm going to start with the center loop. You got 2 thick ones and a thin one. I'm going to start with the center one. Press it flat and fit it inside of the hook. And then I'm going to spread it and feed the hook through it so that when you pull it, the back part is on the back of the hook. And that'll make it easier. If you ever have to get this off, all you have to do is pull right there and feed the hook back through it. And it comes off really easily. If you feed it the other way, it's a lot harder. So feed that through and then feed the hook through it. Pull it tight. That one's on there. Now I'm going to take the second thick one, and again with the hook facing down, you can pull the other strap so that there's space, and then feed the other strap through there and do the same thing. Gonna spread it and then feed the hook through it and then pull that strap tight. And then we're gonna take the thin one and we're gonna do the same thing. Lead those two out of the way. Now it's starting to get tighter since there's two straps, but there should still be enough room in there. It's going to be tricky, but you can get it. And then same thing. Spread it. Put the hook through the loop so that the loop goes to the back of the hook, and then pull them all tight. Now with them all in there, we're going to go under the seat. I believe right there. I'm going to pull this tight. And because it's pulling to the corner, we want to go to this one right here. And you're going to give it a little bit, you're going to pull it tight. And with how we put it on there, as you pull it, the hook is actually facing up. So what you want to do, I'm going to realign the camera. So we're going to go right into here. We're just gonna hook it on that. And that's gonna hold that nice and tight. And then we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So we've got 3 loops, 2 thick ones, and a thin one, and then pull it tight. This right here. I'll just clip it right there. And that'll hold that one nice and tight too. And ta-da! There you have it. And just looking in at the top of the back seat, if you have everything tucked in as far as it can, you'll see the lines kind of meet, and then right here there's a little bulge, but for the most part the line, the stitching is pretty close to the black trim piece. And then the same on this side. If you got it wrapped around the seat enough, it's just kind of like that. And then taking a look at the front, everything is tucked in. Looks good here. Wraps all the way around, nice and tight. And I can put the seat all the way back. Let's do the back seat now. Back seat should be a little bit easier than the front seats. The bottom part of the bench seat just lifts right up. So you literally just grab the bottom and pull up a little bit. And it just, you might hear some stretching or whatever sounds you want to call that, but it's like compression fit in there. So you just pull up and it pops out. And then once it's loose, you just pull it out of the back. And then you can unhook these wiring harnesses and take it out of the car if you want, or you can leave it in the car and then just wrap around it in the car. Totally up to you. I'm going to leave it in the car. So this back piece is the same. It's got the back flaps and then the front that wraps around the front part of the seat. So undo all the latches. Get it. If you set it up on its back side, and then you can reach all the sides of it. So that goes around the edge, and it goes down. You can pull it to fit. So you guys can see what I'm doing. I run it through the wires so that it's not trapping the wires at all. This just holds it on the seat, doesn't do anything else. Just holds it so it's not loose. Buckle that one. Buckle this far one. And then with the remaining two hooks that we had from earlier, you're going to take, again, feed the loop through the hook and then around the back of the hook. And do that on both sides. This may or may not pull all the way like I want it to. Yeah, it will. So it just pulls all the way to the center. It links. Actually, that one, put the wires behind it so they hold up. This will hold the wiring harness against the bottom of the seat. Flip this down. I can kind of once it's secured, you can work the leather around so that it's in the exact position you want it in, so that it looks nice and matches where it's supposed to be. You can kind of see the lines on the seat. And then once that's there, just push the seat back in. You do have to reline up the seat belts so that they go in okay. once you get the seat belts lined up, and then it just falls back into place. It's pushed back in. Now let's do the top piece. All right. Now to get these rear headrests off, there's a pin on the other side. So the left side has this button. The right side, on this side, there's a little hole. This tool goes right inside that hole, and then there's a pin that pushes on that side as well. You push both of them in at the same time, and the headrest comes out. So we're going to do the same thing to this headrest. Pull it out. I've got the single seat for the rear right passenger. We undo the Velcro, undo the zipper. That might be easier. This is up a little bit. But and same thing, just fit it over it. Pull it down over. Pull it to where the top piece goes over the two eyelets for the headrest. Got the open piece for the button. And then down here you've got one Velcro piece. Actually, there's Velcro on the tops of both of these and straps. Just pull it down. It's nice and tight. And then feed this into the center like we did the front seats. And we drop the seat. Behind the seat, you can reach into the crevice that's back here. Grab a hold of the pieces that come out. You can pull that down tight, and it should Velcro to the bottom back of the seat. And then that is nice and tight right there. And that one's done. So, same thing on the rear left seat. You got the extra seat belt that you gotta deal with. And it's got a zipper. So unzip the zipper so that you can get around the seat belt and through the pin. So you go around like that, behind the seat belt. This piece wraps around to the back. Put the seat down a little bit so we can get this side over it. Started at least. That worked around that through the hole, the metal bar for the center seat, through the hole in the seat cover. Get the eyelets lined up, get that lined up. The release mechanism. Make sure it's all pretty much lined up and good. Click it into the first place, and then tuck these straps into the back. All right, once you work it, pull everything nice and tight, and pull that around, line the zipper back up. Zip that all the way down. Just get it on there, pull it tight without the Velcro. It's all the way down at the bottom of the seat. Velcro at the bottom. And then just like we did on the other side, after I pull these flaps through, I just tuck them back in. So that looks nice. Work it behind the seat belt. after you get it situated so it looks good. And there's that one. For the center seat, cushion that goes over that. Push the button with the little tool. And that one, headrest comes out. This is going to be for the cup holders. And it's going to tuck in. So fit that around this piece. Now this bottom flap is going to push in because it's got Velcro on the back. This piece pulls up to about there. This piece stretches and the Velcro meets. And that covers that part. This piece is going to tuck under like the other ones. So this one, as soon as you've got it down and pulled, I'm going to pull it tight and just strap it to the back with the Velcro. Pull this other side tight and strap it to the back. And then that will be nice and secure right there. Now the top piece, it's got a Velcro strip or Velcro cover, you want to say. Just take that off. It's just to keep the Velcro from sticking to everything until you're ready to apply it. And then on this one, you just line it up so that that's there. Apply it to the back. And it just covers over all of that. And now we just got the 3 headrests. The 3 headrests and the center console in the front.